My name is Dr. Tracy Blaze, and I'm the principal here at Lakeland Primary School. And today I'm going to take you on a virtual tour of our building. So I am standing in the lobby, which is right in front of door number 1, which is our car rider line. So if you are someone who's going to drop off your student by car every morning, this is where you're going to do it, door number 1. So I will show you. Here is the front doors. And as you come in the front doors, if you turn to your left, you will see our main office, which of course is currently dark because we don't have anybody working in it. But this is where you'll find Mrs. Walter, who is our financial wizard, and Mrs. Richardson, who is the wizard of just about everything Power School and can answer any question, it seems like, for parents. So she is a go-to gal, and Mrs. Walter helps her out. Also in the office, we have Mrs. Workman, who is our school nurse. She's your go-to for all things health. So that is a kind of a look at our front lobby here. We have a fish tank that kids absolutely love, but we have rules about the fish tank. We don't tap on it and bother the fish or anything like that. So then we have different spots where parents can fill out paperwork when they need to. Sometimes we do quick meetings with parents out here, a little play area for kids when they come with their parents. So that is our front lobby. And as we continue through the front lobby, you see our pretty windows here. We have the option of turning either right or left. We are going to go ahead and take a right because that's going to lead us to the kindergarten wing. So I will meet you in the kindergarten wing. So we have arrived in the kindergarten area of our building. It's commonly referred to as the pod. So all of our kindergarten sections are in this area of the building, and we're going to go visit one of the classrooms. We currently have 5 sections of kindergarten here at Lakeland Primary School. So let's go see a classroom. And I do have to warn you that our classrooms are getting ready for their summer cleaning, so they don't look like they normally look when they're full of children. So a little bit empty right now. Some of our classrooms hang their coats out in this general area. You can still see some gym shoes waiting for pickup there. And we're gonna head into Miss Dalton's room. She isn't here. I'm sure she's not gonna care that I'm invading her classroom. Get over the hump here. All right. So this is Miss Dalton's room. All of our classrooms out in the pod are very similar, so they're all gonna look a little bit like this one. We do a lot of changing as we do activities with kindergartners because since you have kids, you know they need a lot of change in activities. Their attention spans are kind of short. So when we say we have a 90-minute reading block, we do have time blocked out for 90 minutes for our students to work on reading skills. But during that time, are they sitting with a little book all by themselves reading? No, there are several different things going on. We use Orton Gillingham instruction, so there's some whole group instruction, there's some small group instruction, choral response, individual response. We are up out of our seats from our tables onto the floor for a read aloud. There are just all kinds of things going on, and we change activities a lot for our kindergartners because they need it. All kids need it, let's be honest. I need it. It's hard for me to pay attention for a long time too. So this is what our kindergarten room looks like. Also in the pod, we have our latchkey room. The latchkey program is a before school and after school program that we offer, and students from LIS also come over for this program. So that is an option for parents if you would like to register for some before after school care. We are going to head back out into the pod, and then we're going to take a trip to first grade. Okay, here we are in first grade. When you come in the main doors, door number 1, and go past the office, you would hang a left, and then you'll hang a right, and then you will be in our first grade hall. In first grade, we also have 5 sections of classes, and we will go in and take a look at Mrs. Barrick's room. So as you can see, she has tables in her room, chairs in her room. She's got a rug over here on the floor. I don't think that you can see in this picture, but so in first grade, we do a lot of the same things that we do in kindergarten, just at a level up. That's how it works in primary school. We keep leveling them up. So we still do OG lessons. We do read alouds. We spend time with writing and science and social studies. We spend a lot of time with math. So we have a lot of different hands-on activities that we try to do with our students. So this is one of our first grade classrooms. They're all very similar. You'll see the little blue art boxes on their desk. Our kids do have their own art boxes where they keep their supplies, and we are very thankful that our PTO is able to supply all the students' school supplies each year for our kids. So that's a great benefit. So we are going to head back out into the hallway, and we will be heading out down to the cafeteria. All right, we have made it in our journey to the cafeteria. I think this might be one of every kid's favorite parts of the school day, lunch. So we serve breakfast and lunch. Breakfast begins at the drop-off time of 7:45 in the morning, and then lunch times vary between all of the different classes. At our school, we do recess before lunch so that the kids are spending their time playing and they aren't rushing their lunch so that they can get in line to wait for recess. So they have a half hour for lunch and they have a 15-20 minute recess before lunch that they take. So in our cafeteria, we have procedures that our cafeteria ladies are very good about teaching our students, and our teachers help out with that too. So students in kindergarten are expected to be able to get into the line to get their milk from the milk cooler. You can see all our equipment is kind of put away as we've cleaned up our cafeteria for the summer, but they will go down the line, and we have a lot of choice in what students eat for lunch. So they have to have a certain number of items on their tray to make it a lunch, but they have a lot of choice in that. They have choices between vegetables, sometimes they have choices in desserts, they have choices in main course items. So we have a lot of choice in our lunch. And you will find another video on the site that talks about My School Bucks. Make sure that you sign up for a My School Bucks account, because that is where you can load their lunch money via your debit card or credit card, which is much easier than sending in a check or money with a 5-year-old. So please make sure that you do set up a My School Bucks account so that you can take care of that. We do send home little letters when students are getting behind in their lunch money so that families know that. But we can only allow students to charge so many lunches if they don't have lunch money in their account, and we hate when that happens. So please make sure that you stay on top of that. We will be off to second grade hall next. So when we leave first grade hall, we take a left to go to the cafeteria. If we keep going past the cafeteria, we come down the second grade hallway. And I didn't take you out in the hallway because things are being cleaned, and so we have desks and things stacked out in the hallway, and it's just not very attractive. So just trust me, it looks like every other school hallway that you've probably ever seen in your lifetime. But we are in Mrs. Sayers' room. She has a bee theme going on. Everything's yellow and black and gray, and a lot of the teachers have different themes in their classroom. I don't know if you noticed that in some of the other ones, but we have different themes just for fun. It gives kids a sense of belonging, and they're just a part of whatever is going on in that classroom. So in second grade, again, it's a level up from the first grade. You're still going to have the Orton-Gillingham methods used. We do silent reading, we do read alouds, we do math. Second grade does rotations with science and social studies on Fridays, and they include things like STEM and technology. So we have things change just incrementally as you go through school. As you may remember, things continue to get harder as you go through. And so I do want to direct families to look at the Indiana standards. If you go to the Indiana Department of Education website, the Indiana standards are there for all to see, for language arts, for computers, for math, for science. All of it is there. So it is right there for everybody in the public to know what schools should be doing. So you can keep track of us that way if you feel like you need to, but I do encourage you to know what is expected of kids, because it's not the same as when I was in kindergarten, first, second grade. So I do want people to be aware of that. But like our other classrooms, we have different spots. They do reading on the floor, on the carpet together. They do math centers. We have all kinds of things that go on in all our classrooms. So I wanted to show you a few different classrooms in the building. Now we are going to take a trip down to our specials hallway. As we travel down to the end of the second grade hallway, we come to our specials hallway, which contains, mostly in this hallway, our gymnasium. And it's a hallway that leads to our music room and several other rooms that we call our specials hallway. So we have kind of an L-shaped specials hallway. This is our gym. We'll take a little peek into the gym. Sorry, it's all dark. So our students have gym class as part of their specials rotations. So in kindergarten, we do our rotations in 30-minute increments for music and PE. They're together, so let's say your child has their music PE special on Monday. They would have a half hour in PE and then a half hour in music. Then on Tuesday, they would have either art or library technology. So we have them split that way, and then Thursday they would have whichever one they didn't have on Tuesday. But our music and PE share their hour block, half hour, half hour. So that way our students get a little more time in PE each time instead of only having it once or twice a week. So that was what we were going for. So this is our gymnasium. Ms. Collins does a wonderful job with our kids. We do all kinds of fun things like the hoops and jump rope for heart. We do what we call LAMP, which is library, art, music, and PE together. That's our Fridays, or when we do that, and they always have a fun theme for it. One of my favorite was when they did the 70s day, and I got to dress up like Cher. That made me very happy. So we do fun things like that, just coordinated activities between the group of the teachers that work with those subject areas, and they come up with some fun activities for our students. So I'm going to continue down the specials hallway and show you our other specials hallway. I did decide as I go down the specials hallway that I should probably show you, because some of the artifacts are still here from some of our LAMP days this year, and that'll give you just a taste of some of the fun things we do. So along this wall, you're going to see one of the LAMP projects that was at Christmas time. We had a Frozen theme, which was a lot of fun. The kids got to make snowflakes out of coffee filters. On this side of the hallway, go a little slow, so maybe I won't make you too dizzy. You'll see some artifacts from when we were doing our Dr. Seuss week. So we were doing our reading week, and they got to make all kinds of different decorations that have to do with reading. And we'll take a quick little peek out here because I see our trees are blooming out in the courtyard, so we'll take a little peek at those. The bar's up, so I'm not going to try and take that down. But in the center of our building, we have a courtyard that has a little amphitheater out there. I think you can kind of see with the bar in the way there. But it's just kind of a pass-through, but we have a group of teachers who take the time to decorate it for all the different seasons. So we had some Christmas lights out there. We had some Halloween decorations. So they take the time to do that and keep it nice for us. So I wanted to show you our little courtyard. Then we'll continue on down. Oh, we got to show this. Let's see. Our theme this year, we started with There's Only One You in our Big Laker Sea. So this was we kicked it off with a book as a part of an assembly and kept that going all year. And then this is a happy tree. We created this with leaves in the fall that we wrote something that we were thankful for on. And then around Valentine's Day, they did some words of kindness. So we have a lot of different themes that we do throughout the year. We tend to have a lot of fun here, I have to be honest. So we will continue. I hear a fan, so I'm going to still hear the fan in the background, but that's okay. So I am now in the specials hallway. The rest of the classrooms in the specials hallway, we have an art room, we have a music room, we have our library, our swoop station. If you watch the video by Mrs. Liu that talks about swoop, this is the classroom that the swoopers are based in. But they do push into all the classrooms. So they have a home base where all 7 of them or all 6 of them have their workstations and all their supplies that they put on carts and then bring to the classrooms. So works out very well. We like to do the push-in more than we like to pull kids out for assistance, if at all possible. We try to keep kids in with all their friends. We also have Mrs. Oliveira's room here. Mrs. Oliveira's is in charge of our English as a New Language program, so she works with our students who are learning English, works at building their academic vocabulary so that they can be successful in their classrooms. She will be doing some push-in this year, and she also does some pull-out with kids to work on specific skills. All right, so then at the end of our hallway, we have 2 different special education classrooms. One we refer to as our resource room, and then we house a program for the cooperative, the special ed cooperative, that works with students with emotional disabilities. So we have an emotional disabilities classroom, and then we have our resource classroom. In both cases, these are students that have special needs that need to be addressed, whether they are academic or behavioral. And so we have staff that specifically work with those students on those needs. So that actually takes us back That's our tour. I don't think I've ever done a tour this quickly. This takes us back to the main hallway that will lead us out to our main lobby. We'll go ahead and go. I know it's dark, but we'll still go through here, up the ramp so that we can show you a couple other areas here. You can see the lights coming from the teacher workroom. Teachers work all the time. So in this area, we have our technology classroom, the teacher workroom, and then we have 2 offices that are used for speech therapy. So we do offer speech therapy services for students that need it. They get screened, and then they have to go through testing through the cooperative to qualify for those services. So that is a big program here because lots of kids have issues with speech at this particular age group. So this will head us back into our main lobby. All right. And here we are back at the beginning. If you didn't get the full picture of the layout here and think you can find your way around, I totally understand. My video's not going to be that smooth because I had to pause it at different places, and you just don't get a full feel for it. And personally, I got to tell you, it took me a while to learn the layout of the building. I got confused in here quite often. But you don't need to worry about your students. They'll figure it out much quicker than any adult, and they have adults who have figured it out that'll be here to help them. So we look forward to having your children join us here at Lakeland Primary School. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Again, my name is Dr. Tracy Blaze, and I am the principal here. Mrs. Richardson and Mrs. Walter also answer the phones in the front office and have lots of answers for your questions. You can reach out to us at 499-2430.